Hi, Elmarie here from Worcester, Western Cape, South Africa. Let's see if I can do something about the lighting here. Well, this is the first podcast I've done in a while. I didn't do one last week. Can't remember if I did one the week before. It's been a hectic couple of weeks. And it's not going to be a less hectic couple of weeks to come. So it is now the 5th of September, and in the Western Cape it is typical of our spring. It's 34, was 34 yesterday degrees Celsius. It's 18 today. We still really trust for rain, so we're not complaining. And it's a very cloudy day and it's very cold. Once again, I'm not complaining. I think it's been raining in the mountains and stuff. It hasn't shown any rain in town, but that's okay. If it's raining in the mountains, that's fine. That's where our water sources are, so we don't mind. Okay, so what do I have to show? You would think that after 2 weeks of not being online, I'd have more to show, but actually I don't. As I said, it was just crazy. It was a crazy couple of weeks. I've got some news though. I'm going to be out of the country for about 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, depending on the flights. We were able to, by God's grace, book ourselves a tour to Italy. Well, booking a tour is the wrong way of stating it. We are going to Italy, but we are doing all the stuff ourselves except for our airline tickets, which was done through Flight Centre, and our visums that are also being done by Flight Centre in Worcester's Mall. The girl that helped us there, his name is Suzanne. I still owe her a box of chocolates, and I haven't done that yet. But we are very, very thankful for that we are able to do that. I wouldn't have thought I would be able to do that a couple of years ago. Wow. Actually 2 years ago, for that matter. Anyway, so we're doing that, and then we'll be flying on the 17th of September. We're still waiting for the visums. My husband's nerves are shot. I think they'll be here on time. We had the option of going to Russia or Ireland, or Russia, Ireland, or Turkey. That we don't need visums, but we don't really want to go to any of those. I'd go to Ireland, and Russia is way too big. We don't know enough about Russia to do something like that on our own. And Turkey, I just don't want to go to. So, anyway, so we are waiting for our visums. So yeah, that's it. What I did do was I had a market on Saturday, which was the Pure Boerland markets. It's the used to be called the Groenstoonmarkt. It's just outside of the town of Worcester, just up towards Brandweg. That's a monthly one. I sort of took myself away from the market now for quite a while because it becomes a bit expensive for me to take cottons and hope I sell. And I've been thinking about getting in merino and stuff, and that just didn't. It sort of happened and it didn't happen, and it happened like halfway in little bits and pieces of this and little of that, and although I really love the yarn that I got, which is Colors of Grace merino and sock weight merino, and then I have Beatrix yarns, the double knit one. I still felt I'm short. There's something is short. I can't really put my finger on it, but it's short, and I don't want to go to the market with just a bunch of yarn. Then, because of YouTube, I love YouTube, I really do. And all the podcasts of all the knitters, specifically, not the crocheters, the knitters, they have all these project bags. And of course, I showed that before. I started making the project bags, but I really made them for me, to use, for me, just to see if there's a difference between having them and not having them. Apparently, there's a difference. Sorry, I'm just moving my computer. There's a difference. There really is. I have a project in a bag that I want to actually finish because I want the bag to be empty to put the next project in. Saying that without having any effos to show as far as knitting or crocheting is concerned, but yeah, and I thought, why not? You know, I'll start making the bags, and I'll start doing the knitting, the needle casings, the roll-ups, which I did before. I know I had one of them in the previous podcast, but that's not what I mean. I mean, I thought I'd make some for the market. So I did. And that went very well. And in that time frame, I also thought, you know what the dye your own yarn. Why not? Let's do see if I can do it. And it turns out I could. And now I decided that I'm going to have my own house brand yarn. And I will still be stocking Moya. And I will still be stocking Colors of Grace. And I will still be stocking Beatrix yarns, double knits. I will also have my own yarn. So, show you what I did for the market, and then I'll show you my yarn. I finished this one. I can't remember if I actually showed this to you guys. This one with the zipper pocket. It is a pocket. See, that's like the inside. The inside looks like this. It's just very plain, really. I also did the drawstring one of these sold, but this is like it's actually quite big, quite a large zipper bag with a little thingy attached, and that's what it looks like on the inside. This is crochet material. Crochet material is the material that the Zulu people use to make clothes from. It's a cotton, but they're all printed in this way. It's really pretty. Okay. And then I started making like sets. As I said, this one, the drawstring one of this was sold. I also have this one over here that is the needle casing. You know, that you roll up. Sorry, I'm rolling it up. I don't really have to tell anybody that you roll it up. Anybody who knits knows you roll it up. Roll it up and you just close it with the two strings. Like so. Sorry. You know. Takes a while. My fingers are very cold at the moment. I don't really want to work. See? Like so. You've got your knitting needles in here. You might want to do like that. No, get it nice and neat. That's the one. Oh, and then I made this little zipper pouchy thing, which will be more for either accessories or actually just sort of, if you have circular needles, this will fit in here. Crochet hooks will fit in here. That's what it looks like. So I found if I do these, if I take 2 pieces of fabric and I make a whole set of bags and stuff with that 1 piece of fabric, I get a lot further than if I sort of mix and match stuff. Okay, now the yarns I dyed. I sold 3 of the variegated skeins. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but in Worcester, that's a lot. Very few people want to pay 110 Rand for a skein of yarn in my town, so I have to say I am very, very thankful. See, they've even got my little label on. Yeah. And these are, this is a purple, which the color is impossible to see in this light. Let's see, maybe if I just lighten this up a bit. Yeah, now it just looks black. Anyway. Well, it's purple. It really is purple, I promise. And then I've got this orange, which I now notice I actually have to unskein, get that horrible little fluffy thing out of there and just put something else in there that's not so visible, and then reskein it. And the yellow. And then I've got one more variegated one left, which is this. And its name is Poppy Field. All of my variegated skeins are based on flowers. I'm doing an entire series of dyeing based on flowers. I just got this idea out of nowhere. No, I'm lying. It's not out of nowhere. I have curtains in my kitchen. Okay, let me just get my color back again. Sort of to normal. And I've got these amazing curtains, and those curtains, now we've moved a lot. We've been married now for 24 years, and in that time we moved 40 times. Yes, 40 times in total. And I think we were around our 4th move or so, 3rd move. We think it was 1, 2, 3, 3rd move, when my aunt, who I'm very close with, said, well, she hopes that we have now decided to settle down, and she's going to, and she believes that we have, and we will go and she wants to buy me kitchen curtains. And we went and we bought the kitchen curtains, and I was allowed to choose my own colors, the fabric myself. And the kitchen curtains had these daffodils and iris and the leaves in between, bright colors. She thought I was absolutely crazy. I love those curtains, and every time we moved, I took those curtains and I hanged them up. First thing, if we went into a new place, the first thing I did was hang my kitchen curtains. Well, no, that's not the first thing I did, but before I went to bed at night, my kitchen curtains were up. And so they really have meaning for me. But those colors, I was looking at those colors and thinking, I still love those colors. They're still beautiful colors. They're still these mixes of bright orange and green and blue, like a blue purple, typical iris colors, almost like a royal blue. I thought, oh, well, why not? And I got the dyes. I had a bit of a hiccup with my dyes. I bought very expensive acid dyes that are here now. And I don't know what happened. I think the guy that sells them did not exactly speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth, because it didn't rack up within 10 days. So I phoned the post office and they couldn't find it anywhere. Phoned him again. He came back to me about 3 days later, 2 days later, after I moaned again. He said, no, there was a mistake and he'll go post it again. So he posted it, and the next second day after that, I thought, and I asked him specifically for tracking number. I asked him for a tracking number, and I had to nag another 2 days to get the tracking number. So eventually I got it, and when I got it, I went onto the internet and I tried to track and trace my parcel. It wasn't even showing. So I went and I moaned again. He said, that can't be right. It was posted yesterday. And I thought, but you were supposed to have posted it 2 days before. But, okay. So eventually that was sorted out, but too late. By that time, I wanted my yarns already dyed. And I found that I could have got a very good quality food coloring. Really, like cake that they use for cake decorations and stuff. Very strong pigments. And I just used acid with it, and it came out really fine. Nothing washed out either. So now the acid dye is here, and I have nothing to dye. So I'm still waiting. I've got two things happening now. I'm placing an order for another kilo of yarn, which is all I can do right now. Then I got my spinning wheel. I don't know if I'll be able to show it. Yes, there it is. You see. Spinning wheel. And a truckload of roving with the spinning wheel. And someone else also offered me a whole lot of roving to spin with spinning wool for free. Because they're not using it. Now I just need to learn how to spin. Oi. I'm telling you, that's not so easy as it looks. Because if, I don't know, I've got everything on that spinning wheel, I'm so tired right now from trying to figure out how that spinning wheel works. Gee whiz, it's hectic. I mean, I've got everything that's, and it's an amazing spinning wheel. It's very old. It's very old. And it's a traditional spinning wheel. And somehow I've got everything exactly like I'm supposed to. I've got everything set up. I can't get the fibre onto the bobbin. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong when I'm threading. I don't know. But I also know two things. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's number one. And number two is I am too stubborn to give up. So those two usually work well together. I'll stick. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the evening knitting or something, watching TV and just knitting. And start again tomorrow. Trying to figure that out. Yeah. I started, by the way, wait, just hang on a moment. I'll just pause. I'll be back now. So when we were in Cape Town, my husband had a work thing going on, and we were there for the weekend. I was at the V&A waterfront, and I actually did buy 2 skeins of yarn, because I said I need skeins of yarn because I'm gonna have to sit there all on my own sometimes, and I just won't know what to do. Anyway, and then I started casting on. Don't ask me what I'm going to do with it. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to cast off again and just make a shawl or something. Quite a large one, actually. Maybe I'll just take the liner shawl pattern and do my own thing with it. I'm thinking about that. Because honestly, I'm not in the mood for doing this anymore. I started with the idea of making a shrug, but I'm not really enjoying the process. But then the process isn't done yet, and I really haven't finished it, so I'm not even like, I've hardly started. I think I've got about 5 rows here. But I don't like the way it looks, and anyway, I'll show you the yarns though. I mean, this is how far I am. Really not very far. So taking this off the needles and putting it back in the ball isn't going to be heartbreaking for me. This is the one color. I can't remember what the name actually is, but it's like a teal. And then but this is hand spun. This is spun by the companies whose yarns it is. I'll go try and find the label and remember what the name was. And then this is Cowgirl Blues. I love this color. So these two sort of, this is like the solid version of that. I started on that and I'm thinking it's going okay. My stove's moaning. Let me just go switch that off. Just to correct myself, it was my stove, it was my oven. Anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this. As I said, I might just do a shawl. The largest shawl I have is the one that I'm actually wearing right now. I think I showed this one before. But this is crocheted. It's crocheted. Also, I need to figure out what I can take with to Italy and what I can't. And what I can take with me on the plane as cargo. I bought, I keep on pausing, just hang on, let me just get that. Okay, I got these, which are Knit Pro bamboos. You see, like that. Knitting needles, and then I got Addy crochet hooks, bamboos. Now I know for a fact I'll be able to take my crochet hook with me. It's a long flight though. It's a very long flight. And we've got a 7-hour layover, which is fine. It's okay. It's in the middle of the night. That's okay. But I don't think I want to take a chance with this. Thing is, most people say most ladies that I asked said it's not steel, it's not a long tip, it's short, but it very clearly states nothing with a sharp point. So I think I might just stick to crochet for safety's sake. And take this in my luggage, my main luggage, and this in my hand luggage. I haven't really decided yet. I just get bored so quickly. And if I take this in my hand luggage, it's going to be 2 ticks and a toffee, and I'm going to be bored to tears. But I mean, you can watch movies actually there on the plane, so I'll probably watch a movie or something. I don't read a lot of books anymore. I used to read such a lot, but yeah, that's circumstances, and I don't read a lot anymore. But maybe I can just take a book with me. I'll see. I'll see how that goes. Anyway, I am now officially at 25 minutes into my podcast. I honestly still don't know if I can call it a podcast. A podcast for me is something that you do with an iPad. I don't know. This is just a normal video in that case, or a podcast, or whatever you want to call it. Thank you really for those of you who are coming back every week and watching. A like and a subscribe would be awesome. And comments and chatting with me in the meantime will also be awesome. The giveaway is still up and running for my Facebook page. The link is down below. And yeah, that's it for today. That's it for today. I'm still thinking I'm going to. I've got like six of my addies. So I'm thinking I might just take a 6, which is for sock weight really a big needle. But I think I might just do that and start something fresh. Maybe with a lot of eyelets in between and, like a lacy shrug or something. Maybe I should do that. Just do a very lacy shrug. But then I need to figure out how much I need to cast on for my entire body length. Because I think this one was the height. And the sort of pattern I'm following, sort of winging it in my head, which I will also be doing. If I just need to figure out how long it's supposed to be, I'll do that. I think this will be enough of an indication for me to know if this will be sufficient. Yeah, I think so. I take the length of this one. Well, lengthwise it's fine. And then I need to work up the height. I think. I'll see. I'll see what I'm gonna do. All I know is I'm bored with it as it is. And I don't like being bored. If I get bored, I get very boring. That's it. I will be getting some new yarn soon, but I will be gone from the 17th of September to the 4th of October. So you will not see me. I will make mini videos. I might just post those videos, but because the places I'm staying has free Wi-Fi, so I might just do that. I'll put up some stuff. See. Okay. Have a good evening. I hope none of you have issues with spin wheels. I'll sort mine out by the time I talk to you again. I've sorted it out. Yes. Okay. Bye and good night. Take care.